welcome back to another episode of the Trinity Music Podcast. We're back for the first time in a long time.
Yes.
Almost a year, I think it is, since the last one. And we've got S2 pupil Eva Nugent.
Hi.
Great to see you, Eva. How's it going?
Fine. Just boring at school, but yeah, fine.
Well, thank you for coming on. I know that you're someone that's really passionate about music and you've got a lot to say about it, so it's great to have you on, and I'm looking forward to finding out about what sort of music you like and kind of the backstory behind all the artists that you enjoy listening to. So first of all, we'll do the quick fire ones. Now, I've Googled some as well because I've not organised this remotely well. So I've just gone onto Google and Googled generic would you rather questions. We'll start with simple ones. Right, do you prefer summer or winter?
Summer.
Have you got a reason why?
Well, my birthday's in winter, that's why I like it, but I prefer summer because I get to go on holiday more.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
6 weeks off at summer is always good.
It is. Well, if we didn't even have a summer this year. It was just like rain most of the time and wind and
Terrible,
cold.
wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But at least I was away for 2 weeks, so.
Where did you go?
I went to Canada to see my family there.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
I'd love
my
to
friends.
go. Where do you travel around Canada, or did you just go to the same place?
We go to Oshawa, just outside of Toronto, to go see them, and then we go to the trailer park. I have no idea where that is. And I get to see all my friends there, miss them. We've got a 6.5 hour time difference.
Also, have you lived out there for an extended period before, or do you only ever go back and visit for holidays?
Back to visit for holidays and that to see them. But when I was there, I got surprised with a trip to New York. I loved that.
Amazing.
Personally. Yeah, I got to see Wicked on Broadway.
Oh wow! So you went from Canada to New York?
Yeah, then back to Canada.
Happy days. That makes up for the bad weather over here.
Yeah, it does.
Excellent. So winter over summer then?
Yes.
Summer over winter every time. Excellent.
Every
right. Next one. This is just the generic Googled ones. Some of these are absolutely terrible, but this one's not too bad. Would you rather give up pizza forever or never eat chips again?
Give up pizza forever.
Fair enough. Agreed. These are so American. It's unbelievable. Would you rather be allergic to chocolate or allergic to candy? I thought candy was what chocolate was in America, but we'll just make that. We'll skip that one.
That was horrible.
These are terrible. Do you prefer dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Not to eat. No, I'm joking. Dogs or cats as pets?
Dogs.
Have you got?
I've got two.
Wonderful. What are they called and what type of dog?
Oh, so Lubo is a German Shepherd and Coco is a miniature sausage dog.
Amazing. And they get on well with each other?
They surprisingly do. But it's actually the smaller one who's more in charge of the bigger one. She's something else. And I accidentally wake up all my neighbours at 7 in the morning with them. So,
that's so nice. German Shepherds are beautiful
Sorry
dogs.
if you're watching this, neighbours. Love you so much. Yeah.
Now, do you prefer reading a book or watching the TV?
Watching TV.
What would you watch on TV? What's your go-to shows?
Oh, that's hard actually. Well, Forrest Gump actually. That
Forrest Gump?
Yeah, Forrest Gump. I know it's strange, but it's so emotional to me. It's so sweet.
Have you got something that you binge watch all the time? Like a series or anything like that?
The Simpsons. It's really strange.
That's quite old school.
Yeah, The Simpsons and also Modern Family. Love that.
Very old school, sort of before your sort of time almost, those things. Would you rather never be able to go to the cinema again or never be able to go to the theatre again to see live musical or...
Never go to the theatre because I could actually see the stuff in the cinema.
Fair enough, that's a good logic.
Yeah, because the new Wicked's coming out. November 22nd. Yeah.
So is it, you're probably the best person to ask this, is it like a live, is it like a remake of the stage show for film, or is it a totally new thing?
It's just a remake. It's the whole show just put into a live action film with songs and everything. I'm really excited to see it.
I think I'll definitely go and see that
My
as well.
friend Caris is painting herself green for it.
Oh,
and I'm pulling up in a pink dress, so
fantastic. Well, I definitely would like to go and see that as well.
Right,
we'll make this a last quick fire question. Right,
okay.
In a sentence, your favourite thing about Trinity High School?
The canteen.
The canteen?
Yes.
What's so good about the canteen?
What isn't? You've got the food, and there's also socialising bits, but the food's just amazing. A bit expensive. Do you know it's on the top 17 most expensive canteens in Scotland? So
is that actually true?
Yeah, for schools. Secondary schools. Yeah, so I think make it cheaper, please. Make it cheaper.
So it's 17th most expensive canteen in Scotland.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Where did you get that?
It came up on TikTok, and like everyone in the school reposted it, so guess it's true, but it is.
But it's still the best thing about Trinity High School.
Yes.
It's better than all the amazing extracurricular opportunities, and it's better than the school show.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but...
Refuse to believe it.
Well, I believe it. I believe it strongly.
Okay, fair enough.
Tons of people agree with me.
The canteen.
I know as well.
Heard it here first. The canteen is the best thing about Trinity High School.
I know, it is.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So let's talk about music then, Eva.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know obviously you play guitar.
Yeah.
You're really into that kind of thing. How long have you played the guitar for?
About 2 years now.
Yeah, excellent. And is it classical guitar you play?
Yeah, classical, but I'm just now transitioning onto electric.
Good for
so
you.
Now I need to start using a pick.
So how did you get into the classical bit of guitar? Because it's maybe not as common as people that learn to play chords and stuff like that, you know?
So, I was at my mum's school show and I was like, I want to learn how to play guitar. And she was like, oh, my head teacher's son and that, they used to play guitar. You can just take his old guitar. So I got his old classical guitar.
Okay.
And then they told them to get me like lessons with this certain teacher. Love her. Love you, Linda. My favourite.
Will
so
she be watching this?
Yes, she will. So she is watching this. Absolute queen. So they've told me to book with her, and she just told me you need to do classical before I do anything else. So I've just started off with classical and kept going with that.
Good for you.
And then I got my first electric guitar at Christmas there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So are you learning more songs like in the style of the music that you listen to, rather opposed to just Well, I'm sure if you've got that grounding in classical guitar, you'll be able to transfer over quite quickly.
I'm also doing EastEnders right now. I was meant to get signed off on it, but you're too busy.
Second greatest song of all time after Do Re Mi.
No, yeah. Do Re Mi's traumatized me.
It's amazing. It's so good.
It's not. It's not. Yeah. It's traumatized me on keyboard and guitar.
Well, I mean, if you're working at that stage in S2, I don't think pupils in this school realise how advanced that is. To be working at National 5 level in September of second year is amazing. It's
just like my usual everyday thing at this point.
Like, yeah. Eat, sleep, EastEnders, repeat.
I know. It's better than Do Re Mi. Do Re Mi was something else. I just sat and stared at it half the time. I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I didn't like the melody of it. Just like...
It's an amazing song. Do you know Mr. Merrick has tattooed on his shoulder blades Do Re Mi?
No.
No, he doesn't. I'm just making that up. So, okay,
I was like, what?
So you gave me a list here a couple of weeks ago. It's been a really busy start to the year, so I've been running about doing all sorts, and I've not had much chance to actually listen to a lot of these artists. But I have obviously heard them. They're quite famous. So the artists you gave to me as your favourites of all time, we've got Frankie, Valli, Queen, Elvis, and the Ronettes.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard of the first three, they're all quite famous, but I was less familiar with the Ronettes. So you also said to me before we kind of started this that your music taste tends to change, like kind of on a weekly basis.
It does.
So are you still, I take it they're still massive fans of these acts?
Yeah, I'm still massive fans of them. But like this week I'm kind of feeling more 2000s-y stuff, but yeah.
So how does that happen then? How do you is it depend kind of what mood you're in and stuff like that, and what sort of type of thing you would listen to?
Yeah.
Good. So, well, out of the four that you've said here, which one would you like to kind of talk about first?
Queen, because they're the reason I actually got into all this, like, very soul band. Met Brian May, if you're somehow watching this. See you again.
Imagine that actually happened.
Please.
So Brian May, obviously the guitarist in Queen, a sort of legendary figure in music. So how did you meet him? How did that come about?
Well, how did I meet him? It was really strange, actually. So... it was either London or England, one or the other, I can't tell the difference. And I saw him just walking about, and obviously I had paparazzi. But it was when I was in the height of my Queen phase, I had a point where that's all I would talk about. I had over 15 posters and vinyls, it was an obsession.
Right. How long ago would this be? Was this in first year, or was this primary school?
P7, I think, P7, P6. I was like...
And he was just walking down the street in say London or wherever. Yeah. Okay.
And I saw him and I was like, oh my God, it's Brian May! And I was...
Did he acknowledge you? And
yes, he smiled and waved at me.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent. That's cool from a guitar
legend.
legend.
I have a really good story about this. So
continue.
My gran was meant to go see Queen, right, with Adam Lambert, obviously, because...
Yeah.
Miss you, Freddie.
Yeah.
So she got the dates mixed up and she thought it was a date later. She missed it.
No.
She missed it. And I was meant to go.
That's devastating.
Oh, no.
Well, they do tour quite regularly with him, don't they?
Yeah,
so
but people are saying it was their last tour, sadly. So.
Hopefully you get to go and see them again at some point.
I'll hunt them down, it's fine.
That is frustrating.
That's not a threat.
Can you see, is that, oh no, that's not red anymore.
No.
Let me just check this is still recording.
Uh-oh.
I really hope it is, otherwise this will need to be started again.
That's fine.
Let me just double check and see if this
I
is
got all day
on.
anyway.
It seems to be. I think so. Yeah. Can you still hear yourself?
Yeah, I can still hear myself. I think we should keep this
It's
in.
gone again.
Keep this moment in.
We'll just keep it rolling, and
Yeah.
I'll go and check it again in 5 minutes. It looks like my computer is just sort of being...
Well,
it's just going mad.
you got it when I was 2 years old. So
yeah, so this laptop is from 2013, and it looks every bit that old.
Yeah.
And it's currently moving of its own accord. Yeah, this is always as professional as always, you know. These recording items have been sitting in that cupboard for a long time, like literally since whoever the last episode was recorded. And it's like, it still seems to be rolling though, so we'll go with it for now. And hopefully it continues to record. Anyway,
high-tech technology at the finest right here, you know.
So you met Brian May then, obviously, but speaking of it, so you just got into, how did you first get into them then? So what was it that you caught on to that inspired you to like them?
I was like 9 at the time. I think I was 9. I was on holiday at Tenerife at Hard Rock Cafe, and like every time I play We Will Rock You, they stand up on like the counters and everything. It's
as in the Hard Rock Cafe restaurant.
Yes. It's something else.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got home, I was like, I quite like that song. I'm actually going to find out their other songs. That's why I asked my Alexa to play more songs by Queen. And then that just like led me into it.
Yeah.
And also my papa used to always have Smooth Radio on the car when I was going to training 24/7. Yeah.
What is it you go to training for? Sorry.
I do trampolining.
Oh, nice, excellent. Do you still do that then?
I'm actually going to nationals soon, and I'm moving up to the 3rd level out of the 4. So yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent.
And I jumped the same height as Olympic athletes. So Brian the Page, if I know there's not a chance you're watching this, but it's a music podcast, but like. I'd want to meet you one day. You're my icon. So happy that you came first. You deserved it.
Yeah. Is it enjoyable, or is it like quite? Is it up and down?
Yeah, I definitely have ups and downs.
Is it enjoyable about like the sort of like how often would you train for it?
3 times a week. Yeah, it's pretty serious.
For you. Good for you. Excellent.
The people are the main reason I'm probably still there, because there was a couple of times I really wanted to quit because I had injuries like. Mm-hmm. As I broke my hand, as we know, that was fun.
Yeah, but the coaches keep you going and stuff, and the other folk you train with.
I'm not going to bring up the coaches drama. That could use a whole entire podcast. That could. But yeah, I love it. It's just like the feeling of being able to do that stuff.
Yeah, it's remarkable. I mean, I watched some of it during the Olympics in the summer, and it was like, it's just incredible what these people can do, you know. Yeah,
I'm actually working on some of the stuff they were doing in there.
For you, that's amazing. Excellent.
Well, my coaches are scared I'm going to do a triple instead of a double all the time, so it's a bit, you know, what happens, innit?
Yeah. It sounds stressful, though, like the sort of risk factor and all that of injuring yourself.
I just don't think about that. Cause
I suppose you can't think about it too much, can you? Or you'll never commit to it.
6, my first few months into trampolining, I fell in between 2 trampolines onto concrete and broke my arm.
Rather you than me, that's all I can say.
How did we move from the music
I was going to say, so talk about Queen. So you first got into them when you heard it in Hard Rock Cafe and Holiday, then you spun it on Alexa and just found out other Queen songs. And obviously they've got the musical as well.
My mum's school did that. That's also a big part in it. Grade 5 school, you're the reason I love music.
Oh, so they did a performance of it?
Yeah, they did. That also got me into it.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. And I know that musical theatre is something you're really passionate about as well. Yeah. And you were involved in the school showcase as well. And you've done stuff in primary too as well. 6 actually. Primary 6. What was that you did in primary 6?
It was the Lion King.
The Lion King.
And we had Disney opera there.
Amazing. Yeah. Excellent. What part did you play in that?
I got Zazu because I'm just so amazing.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I remember during this kind of school show when we were helping out, you seemed really kind of at home on stage, and you were absolutely brilliant at it and seemed to really enjoy it. So is it similar to the kind of trampolining, and that you just like that sort of buzz of doing something where there's like that adrenaline rushing through you, do you know? I love adrenaline. At competitions, I usually fall in all my warm-ups, and then I come first place because I do absolutely amazing. Just with that pressure? Yeah. Excellent. Like, fantastic. The more pressure, the better I perform. Yeah. So like just say I need to finish EastEnders by a certain day now. Well, then you have it done. Yeah. So tomorrow's the day. But am I on? I'm on keyboard tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Oh, I'm on Do Re Mi on keyboard. The best song of all time. Excellent. So so you just get into them, then spun them on the Alexa. And is there any other particular songs you'd say your kind of top songs to them, or is it just too much of a?
there's just so many. I just can't choose a top one, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
really, really impressive and timeless. Obviously, they've came out such a long time ago now.
And they've actually made a song 2 years ago now, I think. Yeah.
All right.
They
Is that
used they had some of Freddie Mercury's vocals because he was actually working on a project. But
and they sort of unearthed it and.
Yeah, they just used AI to finish it off, and they had everyone in.
Yeah. It is mad that that's now the sort of thing that happens in music, and that happened with the Beatles last year or the year before. Like they're able to release basically new music from old things because of modern technology. It's really interesting. So Queen, excellent. So what's your albums right top of next? You got Frankie, Valli, Elvis, the Ronettes.
Why don't I do the Ronettes actually?
Good. So I'm interested in this one because this is one that's maybe a bit more obscure. The name rang a bell, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar with the music. So fill us in. What do we need to know about the Ronettes?
Basically, they were this girl group in the 60s. They were really... Their music is just, like, connecting with my soul. Like, it just, like... It hits different. I'd recommend listening to them. They're, like, really, really good.
And what sort of style... Could you compare them to any other artists that people... Maybe more famous ones that people would go, I like them, so I must like the Ronettes? Or are they quite original?
They're quite original, I would say. Like, they're quite their own thing. Good. I would say they're really, like... just themselves. And
is it guitar-based music, or is it more like...
More vocals, more soft vocals.
Soft vocal type thing. Good. And how did you get into them then? So what was the spark for that band?
My other gran, she loved the 60s and all that, and she used to always actually have them on, so that's how I
just
kind of
like
got
on in the kind of background in the house. Good. And is music quite a big part of your kind of family? Like at home, like do you always have it on, or is it more like your grandparents kind of thing?
I'm the only person in my family that can play an instrument. So I'm the only really one that's into music. My grand's like to dance and all that, but I'm the only one who's actually really into
it. As to actually play it themselves. Good. Well, I'll definitely go and have a listen to them then. And see, is there any particular songs you think you'd recommend to people that are listening or watching that, or is it just a general just go and check them out?
Just go check them out. Like. There's not a certain one. There's definitely a song that someone can relate to. Like, everyone can relate to one of their songs at least.
Excellent. Right, we'll go and check them out. So we've got Queen, we've got the Ronettes. Now, the next one then, so we'll do Elvis, right?
Yeah, we'll do Elvis.
So, obviously Elvis is the king of rock and roll, one of the most famous musicians of the last 50 years. Tell us about Elvis and how did that come about, your interest in his music?
Came off of Queen, so... So it came off of Queen, and my other grandparents as well. Like, they were big Elvis fans and that, and so was, like, my non-biological, like, aunties and that. Like, they just love him. Like, crying, and you saw me crying in chapel, that's, like, I love that one. It just, like, I just love it so much, you know, it's just a really nice song.
Real variety as well, from the kind of more up-tempo ones to the more soulful ballads. And do you remember, like, any particular, the first time you heard his music, or?
Hound Dog.
Hound Dog, yeah. So set the scene, so where was it? What was the situation?
Me and my cousins were making a dance to have a sleepover. We've all did that. We've all did it at some point. And my cousin was like, do you know what? I remember Gran playing this old song. Why don't we do it to this? And like we can just run about daft and they'll think it's amazing.
Nice.
It was Hound Dog.
Excellent.
Yes.
And then it clicked with you. How old would you have been at that point then?
Well, at that point I was like 6 because I was making up dances with my cousins.
Yeah, so early to mid-primary school, and then it's kind of grown as you've gone on.
Yeah.
Aye.
I've always had an old soul music taste because smooth radio was on the car since I was like the age of 0.
Yeah.
Well, not age, but yeah.
Aye, the old songs are the best though. They really are amazing. Those timeless art.
Like, it's not like these songs are horrible. Like, I do like a few of Sabrina Carpenter's songs as well, but it's just that.
Yeah.
I just connect more with the older ones, I would say.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes time for artists to become kind of legendary and for songs to pass through generations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it is interesting to think that songs that you listen to came around however many years ago. It could be up
70?
to 70 years ago,
yeah.
60, 70 years ago. Which is crazy to think about. That there might be people 60, 70 years in the future listening to music that's released today, you know.
Yeah.
But I wonder, it's funny to know, will that happen, or will the way the world's going, will it change?
Like, I can imagine in like 60 years or something, Gen Z in the care homes asking to play stuff by Chapel Roan. That would be iconic.
Yeah.
So if you're in a care home, like, remember this, play Chapel Roan. It'd be iconic. Pink Pony Club as well.
I do like Chapel Roan, to be fair.
Do you?
She's one of my favourite artists to break out. You know,
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would never actually expected that from you.
Yeah, no, it's I like them because there was a pupil in the school that sang at the Gala Day last year, and she sang a Chapel Roan song.
Really?
And I said, you know, that's really good, because normally like I sort of don't take that much interest often in songs like that, but I was like, that's actually really good. So I went and listened to some more of her songs, and I think they're great.
What's your favourite song?
I like Hot to Go. It's a good tune.
Yes.
It's very catchy.
Have you heard like the demo of Hot to Go?
No.
It was like a cheerleading one. It was so
Is
good.
it?
Yes. Yeah. It's like, whoop, we're hot to go. It's so good.
I will check it out. I think it's just good to see more like, I feel like it's
it took her so long to rise to fame.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, a lot of musicians you feel you hear now is quite it's like manufactured sort of like record major label type thing, but it's quite nice to see somebody that's just plugged away and they just think the music's really catchy and it's kind of well written songs.
My friend Caris, who's watching this, we already know about how you're amazing. Like you've got the vocals of a Broadway star and you're only. I'm not actually going to say her name. I can't. No, not name, but age. Don't really think I can say that. But you know, just like give me shouts at your concerts and that.
Yeah, when you're.
Because I'm the reason you're into this.
Indeed. So we've got Elvis, Queen, the Ronettes, and the last one, Frankie Valli. And now that's maybe a name that's maybe not too familiar with everybody. But they're obviously a kind of famous artist historically. Yeah. So talk to us about Frankie Valli. Why do you like Frankie Valli?
Well, if you actually see my music taste, actually it all comes from Queen. So Queen led to Elvis, and Elvis led to Frankie Valli.
It's all like a
it's all connected.
Coming off.
Yeah, like there's so many bands that I love. Like I love David Bowie. Like it was so sad. Yeah.
Yeah, David Bowie's amazing.
He died really close to my birthday, so like.
Yeah, 2016 that was, man. It's a long time ago now.
I know. That's when I started primary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was meant to start primary in 2015, but got held back.
Yeah.
But with Frankie Valli, it's just nice to think that people that actually, like men in that used to actually think of girls like that and not how they do now. It's absolutely horrendous. Like.
Yeah. Well, I think like Frankie Valli's part of is it the Four Seasons as well?
I think yeah.
And they've got the musical Jersey Boys, which have you seen that before?
No, but it's on my to watch list.
Yeah, because that's the music of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and it's again more kind of like just like kind of classically pleasant songs to listen to of that sort of era of American music. And it's really good. Have you got any memories of the first kind of times you heard those songs?
Spotify said I would like the artist, so.
You just
thank you, Spotify.
To the playlist.
Yeah.
It's brilliant that though. I think it does get a lot of criticism streaming sometimes because it's maybe taking the money away from artists, but for consumers of music, it's amazing because you can just listen to anything on repeat.
I do. I do. Like I play a song on repeat until I get sick of it.
Aye, I think everyone does though. To a certain extent.
I do that all the time. Like I've gotten sick of so many songs because I've played them on repeat and repeat and repeat.
Yeah.
But especially songs from Greece. Songs from Greece. I've actually got the original Greece vinyl from 19 I can't even think of the year. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. You've got a record player in the house.
Yes.
Good.
I love it.
Jealous. Very jealous. There's a vinyl sitting over there actually that people got it from me, but I don't have anything to play it on, so I need to get myself a record player at some point. Maybe for Christmas, we'll see.
Yeah.
Aye. So just before we finish up, thank you so much for coming on, Eva. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. For someone of your age, you have such an amazing interest in music that's so good to see. Yeah. And just sticking at the guitar because you're going to go really far. And
I'll play besides Caris.
Yeah, and one day you'll complete EastEnders, and then
I can already play. It's just that you're too busy doing the drum execution.
The drum execution.
We need to do a podcast on my class because we are like the best class in S2.
Yeah, your class are amazing. To be fair.
I think we're better than some of the S3 classes. So.
2F are one of the best classes we've ever seen. So
we might have a 2F podcast. I think that would be amazing.
I've only got 4 microphone inputs in here, so we need to share
just
it.
Bring not that one girl.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention a name, but you know who you are.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I don't know how many of these episodes will be able to record anymore because loads of things are going on now with the school football team and stuff, and it's just
move the day.
Well, it's complicated. There's lots of moving parts to it, and other stuff like Friday Fringe as well, and all these other things that are going on.
When's the next Friday Fringe karaoke? Actually,
we'll bring it back soon. It's one of those ones where I think sometimes you can have too much of a good thing. So
they're like once every 2 months.
Yeah. Like so it's that sort of hype for it again. Yeah, we're going to be bringing back live music to it as soon as possible. So for folk like yourself,
the 2F band. 2F band's coming up.
Yeah, 2F band. We'd love to get on there, and a couple other folk that have played in the years previously, just to get it back on. Yeah, it's just a lot of things to organise, and we're all obviously busy.
Bass and lead vocals right here.
Indeed.
Yeah, because Ellen, who's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
she's been playing longer than me in that. Like,
she's
really amazing. She's taking lead. So yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, at some point we can have a wee episode with your band as well, and or maybe let a wee recording of you playing. And we'll get you to do a Friday Fringe soon, hopefully.
Oh, that would be absolutely amazing.
There's other things as well throughout the year that I'll talk to you about separately, but like the Christmas lights switch on at Robertson Park and stuff, and there's a Battle of the Bands thing for Council.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So definitely
get Lauren on drums, Lauren and Anastasia. Used to audio and study
drums.
1. Use her on the drums, right? Yeah.
Do you know what does make me laugh is how things like study 1 is like mainstream vocabulary in the school. It's an exercise in a drum kit book. It's not like it's like an actual thing, you know.
So Story Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like to think about how many people have encountered that song over the last how many years.
Probably since my dad was there, like 40 years or something.
Well,
my dad is 40, so.
It's amazing. It's a work of art.
Anyway,
we better finish up here because I've got to go and listen to Do Re Mi again.
No, you don't. No.
Yeah.
Why do you need to listen to Do Re Mi? Yeah.
It's class. It's such a good song. It's amazing.
No.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. And hopefully we'll continue more episodes in the future. We're not promising anything, but it'd be good to have a few more.
I'll interview people.
Yeah, it would be good. I'd like to do that.
Interview.
I think that would be a good idea. One thing I've thought would be good is I've seen people have got these wireless mics that you can get from the TikTok shop.
Yes.
You can go and like street interview people. So that might be the future rather than the
I'll do that around school.
That would be really good actually. Like rather than the long form content that takes so long to film and make and then edit and all that.
I'll just chase people around. It'd
be good if we could have like at lunchtime if we could give you the wee speaker and you could just quickly quick fire like say the AirPods in like what you listen to like favourite song bang. Just we could do like every lunchtime and
I'm a good runner. I would chase people around. I might get like harassing lawsuit, but just say it was for like the Trinity
thing.
It's
for content.
If I chase you around, don't think I'm like a creep. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions.
Yeah, that
sounded even more creepy. Sorry.
A few questions about music. That would be good. I think just something a bit more easy to film and do rather than.
We could do a Trinity TikTok page.
Yeah.
Like for real, I think that'll blow up.
Yeah.
I'll interview the canteen ladies.
Yeah,
they know my order.
Place in the world. Yeah, I think because other schools do have like the PE department, TikTok, whatever, and it would be good to have something like more like an official one. But I don't know. Could see it would be something for the future. Yeah. There's all these amazing ideas, but lack of time is always the thing.
I know. Like, I think they should just like cut off some stuff in school. Move the boy football. No, I'm committed to being manager of the S2 football team. Are you though?
Yeah. It was a bad season last year. We lost too many games.
I can imagine.
I need to my job's in line unless we win more this time. So.
Do you know my year in primary 7? We won the wee P7 Cup thing. Proud of my school for that. Yeah.
It's a shame they don't seem to have carried it through to high school, but never mind.
yeah.
But this is a shout. We're playing Park Main soon with the football team next Wednesday after school. Good.
For the netball, but
happy days.
It's a position I'm not really happy with. So
it's all these wee things that make this school so good. I think is all the additional stuff like.
The canteen.
But it's all these things that if you go up, like obviously the bread and butter of classes, but it's all the things that over and above that make this place special that I think sometimes gets taken for granted. But
Mr. Brooks, you're a top G. We know you love 2F, favourite class.
He might watch this actually. I don't know if he does.
2G, I'm coming for you. Yous are not too great. Like, you can't, don't try and copy us. It's actually sad at this point. So, just a message to yous. Yeah.
I think it's now time.
Okay, right. Bye.
Right. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheerio. Goodbye.
You're so amazing. Bye.
Coming for you. Let's light it up.